Hello everyone. I'm watching the news and it seems a lot of people are facing high inflation cost and high food prices. So today I want to share how to grow food for free. So as you can see, this this leaf here, it contains all the nutrient that the plants need. All the nitrogen fertilizer is here on the plant. As I was saying, all plants need certain elements to grow. The plants need nitrogen, phosphate, potassium, calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron, molybdenum, and many others. So it's very difficult for us to get all these elements together and to do it without cost, but nature can do it now. So as you can see, I've let this field grow wild, and they're all growing very well. So you can see the whole field is grown without cost. It's grown by nature. So nature has put all these elements together for free. Okay, the music you are hearing now is the villagers. They are celebrating the new year. After letting the field grow wild for 1 year, then I chop it down. Then you get this very fine compost material here. See, and all this material, it contains all the nutrients that the crop needs. So this is the compost. There's no need to build compost bin, stack up everything and wheelbarrow it to the site. Just let the plants grow wild like that. Then I take the brush cutter and I just cut. Then it just fall into the ground like that. Then is the compost material. So as you can see, I've now here planted sweet potatoes. They are all growing very well. As you can see, there's no nutrient deficiencies in the leaves. They are all growing very well, very nice and green and healthy. You can see. You can see it's all very green and very healthy and very nice. Yeah, so just by this row of sweet potatoes, I'm self-sufficient in sweet potatoes already. So and all these sweet potatoes is grown without cost, because the fertilizer, all this compost is for free, grown by nature. I just chop it down, and when it start to rot, it will release all the organic fertilizer. There's no need to go and buy chemical fertilizer. There's no cost. So all these sweet potatoes are grown without cost. Before I show you how to grow in a small scale in pots, I like to show you how nature fertilizes naturally. So as you can see here, on this piece of ground there is like pieces of dead wood, and you can see there's dead leaves. Yeah, and you can see that this piece of wood, the termite is starting to eat it slowly, and it is slowly releasing the woody material onto the ground slowly. And the leaves, they are when it start to rain, it will slowly start to decompose, and it will release the nutrient. So this is how nature fertilizes. So as you can see here, this area is growing very well. There's no rain since the beginning of October until now. End of December is around 2.5 months. So without water, you see this place is thriving. So this is how nature fertilizes itself. So we have seen how nature fertilizes itself naturally, and so now we are going to recreate it in a pot. I'm using this cook bottle so that you can see the layers. So in this cook bottle, there's just soil, clay soil with 5 to 10% of sand, river sand. So the river sand, you have to mix in the river sand so that you have to mix in the river sand so that it will open up the clay soil structure, so to allow water to go through and also air to go through. You have to be careful not to put too much sand, or else the soil will be easily dried out. So 5 to 10% is a good amount. So here we have some thick wood sawdust. This will mimic the wood that you see just now on the ground. So this is thick wood sawdust. And over here we have the green material, the leaves. So you can just take any green material, as long as it's green. It's fine. You can see I take some grass and some dried leaf. Dried leaf is also considered as green material. And this is just chopped up the grass and the dried leaves. Now we are going to add about 1 centimeter of wood on top of the soil. So I'm adding 1 centimeter. Okay, so that's about 1 centimeter of the sawdust on top. It is important not to mix the sawdust with the soil. If not, the soil nitrogen will try to use up all this nitrogen to break down this woody material, and your plants won't get the nitrogen. Your plant will be like yellowish and it don't grow well. So it's very important not to mix in this soil. As you can see in nature, it doesn't mix in the soil. It just lay on top, and it is broken down by the termites and the mushroom fungi, and it just fall on top of the soil. It doesn't mix. It's not mixed into the soil. It just lay on top. So we are trying to mimic nature. So after that, we just put 1 centimeter of this green material. This green material contains the nitrogen. So as I was saying, this green material will provide the nitrogen as it decomposes, as you add water, and over time it will decompose, and it will give the nitrogen to decompose this brown material, this woody material, which contains the calcium for the plants, and it will feed your plants. Your plants' roots will be here, and you will start fertilizing the plant as these two materials start to decompose. So over time you will see this green material decomposing very fast, and you will be left with this brown material which decompose much slower. So when that happens, you got to add more green material on top. Okay, if you don't add this green material on top, then it doesn't have the nitrogen to decompose this wood material, and the plant will stop growing, and we say, hey, how come there's no more fertilizer? It's because this green material is not there. There's no more nitrogen already, so you got to top it up. So until this brown material is totally decomposed, finished, then there's no more brown material. Then you add again 1 centimeter of brown material and 1 centimeter of green material again, and the cycle starts over and over again. For nature, it just occurs naturally. As you can see down here, during the season, the leaves just fall on top and the branches just fall on top, and it starts to decompose, and the cycle just flow naturally. But in a pot, you got to artificially mimic nature by doing this. If you have access to the sea and you are able to get some seawater, that will be great. Because seawater, it contains 90 over elements of what the plant needs. It doesn't have nitrogen, phosphate, and iron. That you have to get through the woody material and the green material and the soil. So how to use seawater to fertilize? So for example, this is seawater. You cannot just pour the seawater into the pot. It is too salty already. You have to dilute it. So how to know what is the dilution? So this is just normal water, okay, and we just pretend that this is seawater. So you just add a little bit of the seawater, okay, and you taste it. So once you can taste a little bit of saltiness of salt with your tongue, okay, then you pour it into the bowl, and you dilute it. You put the same equal amount of fresh water into the bowl to dilute it, and this is the dilution. And this dilution, it contains 90 over elements that the plant needs, but it don't have nitrogen, it don't have phosphate, and it don't have iron, which have to be found in the soil and in this woody material, in the green material, and in the soil. So nitrogen, phosphate, and iron have to be found in the soil. So once again, I explain it again, how to dilute the seawater. Okay, so you have this bucket of fresh water, okay, and imagine that this is your seawater that you get from the sea. Okay, then you just pour a little bit, then you taste the water. So once you can taste just a little bit of saltiness, okay, just a little bit of saltiness, then you pour it into the bucket, okay, and you pour an equal amount of fresh water, the same amount, okay, into the pan, okay, and this is the dilution of the seawater. And once you water this with your plants is going to be a miracle, man. You see, the plant, it will reach its fullest potential in taste and in vigor and in growth. Yeah, so this is the secret recipe. When watering your plants, it is very important not to overwater it. You only need to water it when the top 1 inch of soil is starting to get dry. Okay, because you need this a little bit of dryness in the soil so that the oxygen, the air can go into the roots. If not, if it's always saturated with a lot of water, then the roots can't breathe and it will drown. So as you continue to take care of your plants, then slowly it will grow into a nice plant, whether it is flower or whether it is vegetables for food. So now you know how to fertilize the plants organically. So now you know how to grow food for free, and you know how to make your own organic fertilizer. I just want to wish you a happy, safe and peaceful 2023.